The female leader came to the company for an inspection, and as soon as she entered, she saw her son being bossed around by everyone. The sudden visit also caught everyone by surprise. Her colleagues quickly signaled Taiju to put the bucket down and stand up straight. The team leader even took the initiative to introduce the new employee to her. But little did they know that Taiju was the chairman's son, and he had concealed his identity to work in the lower ranks, just to gain work experience from Meili, before eventually taking over the company as their new chairman. But working from the bottom was not as easy as he thought, because after offending the leadership, Taiju was also harassed by Meili. One day, Taiju discovered his work ID was missing. He begged Meili for help, but Meili sarcastically asked whether he had left it at some girl's house. The next day, as Meili was tidying up her room at home, she suddenly pulled out a rope from under her bed. When she took it out, she found that it was actually Taiju's work ID. She was confused how his work ID ended up in her home, so she ran to ask him what was going on, but Taiju just smiled and suggested they go for a meal first, and then he'd explain the situation to her. It turned out that a few days ago, Taiju had met a drunk Meili in the elevator. Seeing that Meili couldn't even stand up, Taiju had no choice but to carry her back to her home. He hadn't expected the fragile Meili to make him sweat so much. It was then that Taiju dropped his work ID at her place. But the next day, Meili had no memory of it. She jokingly asked him if he had been out flirting with girls and lost his work ID. After learning the full story, Meili felt so embarrassed. She didn't expect to end up looking foolish. No matter what, Meili still thanked Taiju, but Taiju apologized to her for acting overly confident before. But Taiju wasn't intentionally contradicting her. Looking at the silly man in front of her, Meili couldn't stay angry, and so, their relationship started to thaw. Taiju felt a lot of sympathy for Meili. He worked so hard because he had seen Meili carrying a child home last night, which made Taiju mistakenly believe that Meili was a single mother. Meili wiped off the spilled coffee and angrily asked him, did she look like a woman with a child? The child was actually her niece. Quick-witted Taiju quickly explained. No wonder the child looked like the department head and was so beautiful, though Meili acted indifferent on the outside. What woman could resist a handsome man complimenting her beauty?